Google Pixel. Nexus is dead. Pixel is king. Say hello to the Google Pixel, a handset ushering in a new era of the search giant's smartphone range. It arrives alongside the larger, and even more expensive, Google Pixel XL, as the firm doubles up on devices for another year. The Pixel takes over from 2015's Nexus 5X as the smaller offering in Google's lineup. The thing is though, it hasn't inherited its predecessor's price point, with the new Pixel sporting a decidedly more premium tag. The Pixel comes in two variants, 32GB and 128GB, with the smaller storage option costing you a lofty $649, £599, 1,079 Australian dollars. Meanwhile, the Google Pixel price for the 128GB model is a staggering $749, £699, 1,229 Australian dollars, pitching it against the likes of the iPhone 7, Huawei P9, HTC 10 and Samsung Galaxy S7. In the US it's exclusively available with Verizon on contract for $27.08 a month if you don't want to pay full price, and it'll get all the day one updates, too. Meanwhile, in the UK it's See Who's bagged the exclusive Pixel deal with £9.99 up front and £50.99 per month, giving you 10GB of data plus unlimited calls and texts. Don't worry, the unlocked Google Pixel is also being sold on the Google Store for those of you who don't want to be tied to a contract or a carrier. Previous Nexus devices had a leg up over the competition with their slightly lower price tag, which helped users overlook a couple of shortcomings, but in 2016, with the new Pixel brand and a brave new price point, there's nowhere to hide. A subpar camera, or patchy battery, for example, won't be easy to forgive as there's no but it only costs $30. Google needs to ensure the Pixel sings every note. If you've owned a Google brand smartphone in the past, you'll appreciate the no-nonsense stock Google interface, and you'll be glad to know it's business as usual on the Pixel when it comes to the Android Nougat operating system. For those who are new to Google's handsets, things may be less clear. While HTC is the firm that has actually built the device, the search giant has made all the calls on what goes into the Pixel, and how it operates. These handsets are aimed to showcase the best of Google and Android. They pack new features not seen before on the platform, Google Assistant and a best-in-class camera in the Pixel's case, and you'll be first in line for an update when a new version of Android is launched, usually weeks, if not months ahead of the likes of Samsung, LG, Sony and co. The Google Pixel sports a first for Google's smaller smartphone, a full glass and metal body, along with a 5-inch Full HD display, Snapdragon 821 processor, 4GB of RAM, 12MP rear camera, fingerprint scanner and 8MP front snapper. On paper at least, then, the Google Pixel looks to be a flagship contender, but can it live up to the hype, and that price tag, in real life? At the beating heart of the new Pixel smartphone is Google Assistant, which the search giant claims gives you a personal Google, accessible whenever, wherever. Google is driving the Assistant angle hard, and is keen for it to not only be the center of your phone, but the center of your life. It's currently only available on Google's new Pixel phones, but you can expect to see it become more widely available on Android devices in the future. How does Google Assistant compare to your former Pocket mates? Assistant is essentially an upgraded Google Now, with better conversational smarts. Ask what's the time in LA? And then follow up with what about San Francisco? And it'll know you want the time in that location, and a fleet of new tricks including jokes, poems, facts, games and even funny videos. As well as the fun stuff, you can ask Assistant to do a host of more useful things such as make a list, send a text or check your agenda, which is helpful, but not that much quicker than jumping into the corresponding app itself. You can use your voice to trigger Assistant at any point by saying "OK Google," and this works even when your phone is locked. Sometimes it can take the Pixel a few attempts to pick up your voice, and we found it struggled in noisy environments, and even at home with some music playing. If you have to say the "OK Google" command more than once, the Assistant instantly becomes frustrating. You start questioning whether it would just be easier to tap your query request into the Pixel with your fingers. Asking "what can you do" is a good way to find out what else Assistant can help you with, from finding out how the Packers got on last night, they lost, bad times, to diving into a geography quiz which highlighted the gaps in our flag's knowledge. Generally, Assistant was able to comprehend our garbled commands, But there were several occasions when it got things wrong, or didn't register our dulcet tones. It still feels a bit strange talking to your phone, and when you're made to repeat it yourself, the novelty starts to wear thin pretty quickly.